Salmon people, day 105, week 16, year 2025, let's go Idaho. Boom. The car is here. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Let me check. Just gotta get back on the phones. So the car is meant to arrive in the country uh, day 123. That's easy to remember. Um, so I've already done an hour on McDonald's. I'm going to do my island stuff now. So we're doing 40 minutes left of this hour. Fuck's sake. Fucked up here. There you go. Shit. Where have I gone wrong? 093. Oh, okay. So the number actually doesn't work. Nine use. So I'm really unsure whether to open up my energy drink because it's not cold. Um, that's an issue that I have. Hmm. Here we go. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Yeah, hopefully. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but two of my wholesalers are based in Dublin, in Ireland, and I was just wondering if I could get permission to leave my contact details and my prices on an email. W Would that be okay? Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. CU, so Charlie uniform. Yeah. IG. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, brilliant. I was going to ask as well. I know this is a bit of a long shot to ask this question, but do you happen to know the name of a printer? Because I was hoping to leave the prices in the email if I can. Yeah. Who, no, 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 it's fine. I always ask just in case, it's next to the person. So sometimes I get a bit lucky, sometimes I don't. But who shall I address the email to? Eileen, Aileen. Yeah, perfect. I'll send the email now. But thank you very much for your time and your help. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Load template. So manage templates. So this is a printer list, not spoken island. Save. Inbox. Load. No. Charles. County. Galway. Good morning, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Uh, Skype, Charles, not Zoom. Do that. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Yeah. Um, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. Two of my wholesalers are based in Dublin, in Ireland, and I was just wondering if I could get permission to leave my contact details and my prices with you. Would that be okay? Yeah. Would email be a good way of doing it? Perfect. What would be the best email for you guys? Oh, thank you. Uh, bear with me. I know a lot about ink, but I only type with one finger, so I'm really glad you're spelling it out. So EOL, yeah, AS, yeah, at, yeah, 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 dot E. And do you say CS, so Charlie Sierra, and then ARANN dot E? Is that right? Or Charlie Foxtrot? Yeah, Charlie Sierra. Or Charlie Foxtrot, and then AR. Oh, perfect. So CF ARANN dot I. Perfect. I was going to ask. Excuse me. I was going to ask as well. I know this is a bit of a long shot to ask before you go, but do you happen to know the name of a printer? Because I was going to use it as an example for pricing in the email. Just anything really. Konica Minolta. Yeah. Is it? Is it? Do you know if it's on a lease or is it owned? If that makes sense. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do is. How about this? No, no, it's fine. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll send an email over. Who shall I address the email to? Breeder. Breda. Brilliant. I'll send an email over now. I'll ask the same question that I've asked yourself, but I'll ask it on the email of what model of printer. I'll put all my contact details and everything on there as well. But thank you very much for your time and your help. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Uh, um, hmm. Hmm. Interesting. So CNC. What you keep picking up bread for, bruv? All right, set 5 more calls. One, two, three, four. Fuck off, Charles. Five. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person. Good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Yeah. Um, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. Two of my wholesalers are based in Dublin, in Ireland, and I was just wondering if I could get permission to leave my contact details and my prices with you. Would that be okay with yourself? Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that an email would be perfect if that would be okay with you as well. Yeah, perfect. And what was your name? Cute. No, Noel. Noel. Is that correct? Um, so just to ask very quickly before you go, Kieran, I know this is a long shot to ask, but do you happen to know the name of a printer? Because I was hoping if I could leave an example with some pricing on the email. Is it iSenses? No. It normally says LBP and four numbers after it, maybe. No, worries. I'll send an email through to Noel. Thank you for your time as well. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye. Um, keep going, Charles. Can't leave a message because I don't know if it's the right person. Do I? Hi. Good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink. For the printers that you guys use. Oh, there we go. It's, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. Um, oh yeah, it's on a lease, is it? Like a contract? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. Do you use You don't use a small desktop printer, like alongside it or do. No, it's just on a contract. I'll put this on my notes, but thank you very much for letting me know. Anyway, I still appreciate it. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. I was looking for the person that orders ink for any of the printers that you guys use. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a co-op cooperative society. Is it the wrong number? Okay, thank you, anyway. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person. Hi, I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Um, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but two of my wholesalers are based in Dublin, in Ireland, and I was just wondering if I could get permission to pop an email with my contact details, and I was hoping to leave my prices as well. Would that be okay with yourself? Oh, thank you very much. TUAM, yeah. MART. No, it's fine. Take your time. Okay. TUAM, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, at gmail.com. I was going to ask as well. I know this is a bit of a long shot to ask very quickly before you go, but do you happen to know the name of a printer? Because I was hoping to leave an example with some pricing on the email. Yeah. If it helps, it should have a letter and four numbers. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Yeah. 40, 50. Perfect. Is it on, I know I'm asking probably too many questions, but do you know if it's on, 'cause I think that's a photocopy. Is it on a contract or do you guys own it? It is on a contract. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was going to ask then, I know again, I know it's a bit of a long shot, but do you have a desktop printer, like a small desktop one? Um, would that be okay? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. 1238. Aye. But that one, you own that one. Yeah, that's an interesting one, the Canon. So it's 1238. I just trying to bring it up now. Is it iSensus? iSensus. Yeah, I can imagine. Is it the one that has the LCD screen on the left-hand side and it does scanning and copying as well? Yeah, yeah. I think it's an iSensus. Does it have an X before the 1238 by any chance? The letter X. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit more research because the one that I've brought up, it sounds like it's yours, but it has an X before it. But what I'll do is I'll send across that email. What was your name, by the way? How do you spell it? Saoi. Sierra Echo SE. Is it? Is that right? Yeah, perfect. How do you pronounce it? Sorry. Sierra. C. No, it's fine. It's just that I've been doing calls in Ireland since last summer, and this is the first time I've come across a theatre. So I've never. I try and put the pronunciation in brackets. So if I call you again, I don't want to be like Cersei. I want to say with confidence. But I've got a customer called Murin, and when she spelt it out, I was like Murianne. She was like, no, it's Murin. I was like, and it took me honestly, it took me ages. I got a customer in Dunleary, and honestly, for like the longest time, I was like Lager higher, and she was like, no, it's Dunleary, and I was like, what? And then so I got customers all over Ireland now, but I've never come across that name before. I've spoken to a lot of people as well, genuinely. Like I'm talking, like I make a lot of calls every day, and I've been doing business for the last 9 months. Yeah, you learn something new every day. But how would you spell it to pronounce it? How would you personally spell it? Like if you were saying to someone to pronounce it, because I'm typing in Serta, but that's Certa, so it doesn't. It sounds like theatre with an S, doesn't it? So I wonder if I can spell it with an S. Right, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I really, really appreciate your time and your help, and you have a good day as well. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye. Theatre, theatre, theatre. It's an interesting uh, cartridge. First quote of the day on a normal game plan. Boom. Still haven't opened up my energy drink though. I don't know what to do. Fuck it. Do you know what? I am gonna open it. Cheers. I started early. Um, T08. Yeah, I shouldn't have opened it. Tastes fucking weird. Well, that was a waste of a can. Canon. Canon. I sent this 1238. An X before it. Have you refunded me my fucking money, you cheeky fucker? I think someone's nicked my hand gel. So I'm gutted about it. It's one of my favourite ones. Send off this email, Charles, because if you send it off, it can be working in the background. Prices, stock, Canon I-SC. I think. Right. Right. 5704, 5756, 5791. Okay, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's compose. Let's compose ourselves. Manage templates. So we're looking at island, tone of quote spoken, load template, tone of quote spoken. So we're looking at I was not expecting that name. Help me go away. SAOIRSE. Canon I-SE and SBS licenses. Licenses X 1238. Remove that. Copy images. Save image. T08 11K. T T08 T08. Got it. Save image as. Oh, amazing. 60. What's going on? Uh, let's put this up on a label. Pending quotes. Apply. Close. Okay. I've got 10. Send it. 20. Boom. Let's get 5. So one, Charles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, like for the printers that you guys use. Hopefully, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but two of my wholesalers are based in Dublin, in Ireland. And I was just wondering if I could get permission to leave my contact details and my prices. Would that be okay? Oh, bear with me, sorry. I know a lot about ink, but I only type with one finger. Hang on, bear with me. So it's info@castleislandmart.com. And I know this is a long shot to ask very quickly before you go, but do you happen to know the name of a printer so I can put it onto the email with some prices? Perfect. Does one say MFC or DCP? It normally has a letter. Yeah. No, no, it's fine. With the MFC, does it have a little dash and the letter L, and then it might have 4 numbers after it? Does that make any sense? P Perfect. No, that's a small one, yeah. Can I use that initially, and then if there's anything else, you can always let me know in your own time? Would that be okay? What was your name, by the way? Yvonne. YVONNE? P Perfect. Is it yourself that I need to address it to, Yvonne? The email? Okay. But of course. And what I'll do is I'll put my name Charles on there. I'll put my company details. My prices are in euros. The delivery's next day. And one thing I will say very quickly before you go, I promise not to do anybody's head in. So thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Yvonne. Bye bye. County Kerry. I'm back. I just did a task. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Oh, sorry. I had a no, yeah, no, yeah, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but two of my wholesalers based in Dublin in Ireland. But I was just looking to pop an email with my contact details and my prices. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna put this on my notes. But thank you very much for letting me know anyway. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the person that orders ink, for the printers that you guys use. Bernie. Are they available, or are they any good on email, or is it better to try and catch them on the telephone? Would would that be okay? Ah, brilliant. What would the best email address be? Yeah, yeah, Matt, yeah, Ltd, yeah, yeah, Yahoo. .ie. I was going to ask as well. I know this is a bit of a long shot to ask before you go, but do you happen to know the name of a printer? Because I was hoping to leave my prices in the email if I can. Oh, perfect. Does it scan and copy? Perfect. Does this ring a bell? It may say MFC or DCP, and it has a little dash and maybe the letter L, and it has four numbers after it. Does that make any sense? On the printer, yeah, on the LCD screen or just below the LCD screen, it might have MFC. It might say DCP as well. It's either going to say one or the other. Yeah, yeah. And then do you know the four numbers? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. I think that's a color one. I think anyway, off the top of my head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it is. My name's Charles, by the way. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but I'll send the email. Is it best to send the email now, or should I schedule it to arrive tomorrow? Would that be okay? Yeah, perfect. And what was your name, by the way? James. Pleased to meet you. I'm Charles. James. I'm Bernie, spelled Bernie for Bernie. Perfect. I'll keep it simple. I'll send an email with my name, Charles, my company details. The prices are in euros, and the delivery's next day because the goods are already in Ireland. But I'll send it all in an email. And if it is of interest, fingers crossed, Bernie can get in touch. But thank you very much for your time and your help. You have a good day. Thank you, James. Bye bye. Bye bye. Uh, shouldn't have opened it, man. Nah, shouldn't have opened it. I knew it as well. I knew it as well. Fucking knew it. As soon as I brought it upstairs, I was like, I think I shouldn't open this. Boom. Let's go. Well, I would say that's quite a successful one. Um, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So let's go on to GPs. So 10, 42, 10, 38. I don't know what I'm doing now because I've messed up the times. Come on, doing well. It's in 2 hours and it feels like close that. Open up GPs. Close that for now. Medical. Let's set this up. Island. Right, what are you saying, Charles? Hello, Charles speaking.
Charles, my name's Miranda. I'm calling from 118 Group to update a free directory listing. Am I due to Stead Supply?
Thank you. All right. Not spoken record. LVM. Didn't you email that after? Okay, so 57. Do you know what? Call back 10th. So you got 59 and 60. 59, 60. No voicemail. 63. Record. Call back. 67. Call back. 68. Okay, so put that over there. Let's just do this first. Yesterday's tracking. 5838. I think there was only one order. Hmm. Tomorrow. So, 59. Let's go. Hi, good morning. I was just looking for Pauline. Yeah, of course. My name's Charles. I called last week. I spoke to her before. I run my own independent ink business called SOS in Cardiff. I was just wondering if she's free. Oh, thank you. Hi, good morning. I was just trying to get through to Pauline. Yeah, of course. My name's Charles. I've spoken to her before, not for a while, but I run my own independent ink business called SOS in Cardiff. I was just wondering if she's free. Oh, oh, thank you. Hiya, Pauline. I'm not sure if you'll remember me, because it's been about. You do. It's been 6 months. Can you believe it? In actual fact, I think way, and I've been waiting for your reply. So we spoke on the 3rd of October, which was 3rd of November, 3rd of December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, over 6 months actually. And so I called up, and I'd recently started doing business in Ireland at that time. Obviously, I'm still kind of recent, but my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS in Cardiff. At the time, I had one wholesale in Dublin. Now I have two, which is a game changer in January because now the stock is stable and reliable, whereas before it was sporadic and it was very frustrating for me when people were ordering. So that's a bit of a change, which is positive. And you very kindly gave me the model of a printer. You allowed me to email, and I told you at the time that I wasn't going to hassle you and do your head in. And I think I've stuck to my word. But you did reply to the email, and you said, "Hi Charles, 2420 is definitely one that we use. I would have to confirm the other one, which I'll try and do next week." Well, it's been many weeks since then, Pauline, and I feel like it's now time to give you a nudge after 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 26 weeks. Printer. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's on a contract. Could I still quote you for the brother again? Would that be okay with yourself? Oh, so it's all changed. No, 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 no. I was only joking. I honestly, yeah, yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is on my notes, I'll put that you're on lease. So in terms of like the doctor's rooms or fax machines, do you have anything at all that you own, or is it literally all gone? Okay, I'll update my notes then. No, I appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was obsolete. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna put this on my notes, but genuinely, even though I can't be of any interest, I do appreciate you letting me know because my notes are everything, you know. So when I come back through again, I know the crack rather than if I didn't know, then I would have called and I'd have kept not kept calling, but no, 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 it's fine, it's fine. I don't remember you saying it. It's yeah, no, it's fine. It's just that I thought it was funny because I looked at the email whilst I was on hold, and when obviously you replied back with the intentions, of getting back, and I do the same thing myself. But it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, and it sounds like I know that I remember everything, but I don't. It's just I got the email in front of me, so genuinely it's fine. But thank you very much for that. I still appreciate it, and you have a good day as well. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. 125. Um, so she's on a lease. So we call Kira. Hi, good morning, Kira. I'm not sure if you remember speaking to me, but my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. You do? Oh, fantastic! In 1 week's time, it would be 6 months since we spoke. Can you believe it? That's flown by, hasn't it? It's crazy. Yeah, but I did say to you at the time, if you remember, that I more than likely promised not to do your head in. And I hope that I've proven that. Yeah, I think so because the amount of times that people say, if say you weren't there on the phone and you were on the other side of the room and somebody said, "Oh, Charles from SOS is on the phone, the ink guy from Cardiff," then more than likely you would have shouted across, "Tell him we don't need anything," and things like that because that's the natural response to hearing my voice. People just automatically assume that I've called them. You make your own luck in life, Kira. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One person said to me about 10 years ago, and I'll never forget it, regurgitated. but, I thought it wasn't too bad. Um, yeah, recycled, regurgitated, compatible, non-original. You name it, it's been called everything. Yeah. Okay, yeah, correct. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, interesting. Okay, so no, no, I don't, but I can definitely try and give you a little bit of advice in the sense of, if you don't mind me asking, what would be the main reason you're looking at that? Because normally a reason would be two things. It would either, well, three things. It would either be printer connectivity, and what I mean by that is, have you had issues when you've put in a new toner or a new drum and it comes up with an error message? Have you had? Okay, print quality. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. Did yeah, yeah. And okay, no, yeah. So let me clarify just very quickly. So I've done this for 16 years, day in, day out. Okay, I've heard of every horror story you can think of. I've been through every horror story, genuinely, genuinely. I've had every horror story that you can think of. Now, this in regards to the black line, the thick line, or what have you down the side, right? So there is something on the printer, uh, a report that you can do. Okay, it's very simple to do, and it shows the performance of the toner and the drum. Now, instead of because I would say if you were my customer and you said Charles got a line down the page, first thing I would say is I'd check about the status of the drum. So what I mean by that is I would have asked you to do a print report. Let's find out if it is the drum. So for example, the toner. Are we talking about? Let me make sure we're on the same page. The toner code TN3430 or TN3480. Does either of those two ring a bell with you? Is it standard or high capacity? Because that is crucial. Well, one is 3,000 pages, one is 8,000. So there's obviously a big differentiation between the two because one is nearly three times the size of the other one. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, it should, yeah, go on. Perfect, perfect. That's a TN 3480. Perfect. So that toner should do 8,000 pages. Okay, that's the performance limit. Anywhere around that 7,000, it may go beyond 9,000. You don't actually want it to go beyond because if it goes beyond, you may not be aware of it and you may think its print quality is poor, but it may be because the toner has actually gone beyond what it should have done. Does that make sense? Because the printer might not tell you that it's empty, but it can print when it's empty. So that's actually not a good thing. But in any case, the drum needs to be changed every 50,000. So the drum needs to be changed roughly every six toners. Okay. So Well. This is the point. This is the point. So this is where I would have asked you. Number one, how many toners roughly? Now, a lot of people may not be able to answer, but they may be able to say we definitely haven't had six. That's what they can say. They may not be able to give the exact number, but they may say we haven't had six. The point about the print report, though, Kira, is that it gives you factual information, not emotional information. Emotional information, the way that I look at that is, we think we've had three, or we think we've had five. But the print report tells us exactly, because the print I can't affect the print report, you can't affect the print report. The print report is an actual indication of how many toners have you had, how many drums have you had. It also gives you the amount of toners, the amount of drums. So, for example, it might say, six toners to one drum ratio. So it might say, for example, it might say seven toners, zero drums. Well, then I would be like, listen, you should have changed the drum a toner ago. This is a problem. You need to change the drum ASAP. Now, if you're telling me that you changed the drum and are you still having a thick line? Has it made any difference? Interesting. Okay, interesting. So, when that happened and you haven't got the black line, has the print quality gone back to the way that it was? And were you happy with that density? And was it dense and was it bold? And what I mean by that is, was it not faint when you were printing? Was it it was fine. It was fine. Okay. So in regards to that, if you don't mind me asking, why is the doctor then mentioned about the originals? Is it because it was a bit of a hassle changing it over, or what was the reason? Yeah, 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 yeah. The original ones. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So what I would say to you is this, very simply, is that whenever something goes wrong with the printer, the finger pointing, the question that people ask, IT wise, they ask is if it's an issue, for example, an electrical fault. So say the printer is sporadically, intermittently turning on and off. For example, the first thing they say, and this is not just IT, this is the manufacturer, HP, Brother, Samsung, Xerox, Kyocera, you name it, they will ask you what toners are you using. Even if it's something nothing to do with the toner, it's an intermittent electrical issue. They will say what's inside the printer, what toner do you have. If it's the original, they will then diagnose the fault. If it's the non-original, the finger pointing starts with the toner. And the drum, because they will say, "Oh, well, you're using non-original." Now, I'm not going to try and dispute what they've told you. I'm not going to do that. What I will say is, um, you need to make an informed decision, and by that I mean you need to know both sides. So the returns rate, and I'll tell you very briefly, the returns rate of an original toner and original drum is minimal. It is unheard of to have an issue with an original, unheard of, because it's an original. Now the returns rate on a non-original is around 5%. Now 5% doesn't seem very high, but technically it is. For example, I've been getting extremely busy in Ireland over the last 9 months since the summer, and the more that I sell, guess what? The more issues I have. Now I have to calm myself down when I have issues, Kira, because I'm like, no, Charles, this is just an indication that you're selling more. So, and how busy I am, exactly. Now, the point that I'm trying to make is you shouldn't have to compromise quality because of the non-original. Just because you may have had an issue with the thick line down the page. Now, it does sound like the drum has been changed a bit early, but in saying that, you haven't done a print report to ascertain how many toners you don't know. You don't know. So what I would say to you is this. This is where I will come in, if that's okay. If you would allow me, I will send you another email with my name, Charles, my company details, my prices, and my delivery charge. Okay. What I will also do is I will send you a separate email, and I will send you instructions of how to do a print report. Now, if you have the time, there's no rush whatsoever, but I would be very curious to know how many toners and how many drums. Because if it turns out you've actually used more toners than you realize, then it could have just been as simple as what the first company said: change the drum, and you'll be as right as rain. And because the cost differentiation, as you know, and as the doctor knows, and to be fair, the supplier knows, the cost differentiation is huge. It is genuinely a big difference. And if you're not having issues with quality now, the drum has been changed. I don't like you're just going to be end up spend like if the issue is continuing and is like Charles, listen, we've really had a guts full. We've changed the drum. They've sent out a replacement toner. The doctor's had a guts full. We're just running around like headless chickens. We're fed up of it. Then I would be like, that's a hard thing for me to come in and say, well, I do non-originals as well, and they work, because that's how. But the way you are right now, I think is in a very good spot. I think you've figured it out. It sounds like very calmly in a way because you've asked the question, and honestly, because a lot of people genuinely, this is what a lot of people do. They will just want to throw the print against the wall, go back to the originals with their tail between their legs. They'll receive my call and they'll be like, Charles, the originals are rubbish. They don't work. We had a thick line down the page. We're done. And I would ask them a question. I would be like, well, did you change the drum? And no, they're so closed off to anything, any discussion. But it sounds like with you guys is you're actually on the right track of saving money. That because isn't that what it's all about? Is most importantly is to keep the print quality high and keep the costs low. That is my opinion. But in saying that, like I said, you guys have to make that decision whether to continue. And where I come in is only really, if I'm being honest with you, is if you're already set up with a supplier. You've already have a relationship there. So I'm just there in the background here, and I just call once a year, twice a year. If anything changes, if you have a new printer and the cost is quite high, or say for example you have anything that I can help with, I will. But I'm never ever going to hassle you for anything. Or if you ask me a question, I'll still answer, even if you never bought it from me. I'll give you free advice. So I think, yeah, honestly, genuinely the amount of people I call genuinely, and they say, that issue that you had, I actually say to them, well, if you change, I actually have the conversation, and I even say to them, even if you don't buy the drum from me, I had a conversation probably, I think it was the other week, and they haven't bought the drum from me. They've probably gone back to their normal supplier and bought the drum, but I'm still willing to give my advice because that's where my knowledge gets better and it gets more, I get more experience, these conversations, not just an order. I get more experience through having a chat with people. Anyway, I've taken up in a few times, so let me send you this email. Do you have any other printers, or is this the only one that you gave me in October? Right. I don't have the HP. Do you have it? Perfect. Is that the M401? Does that ring a bell? Perfect. 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 The D stands for duplex, by the way. It prints on both sides, and the N stands for network. You can only fit a cable in the back. It's not wireless. I just like to throw that out there. You know. Perfect. Is it scan and copy, or does it just print? Perfect. MFC. Yeah. Right. That's a new one, isn't it? Perfect. Now, just to let you know very quickly, with the newer ones, brother of and any manufacturer will always make it difficult for the non-originals to work. You have to main. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you have to maintain a bit of patience with your supplier, okay? Because your supplier is going to have updated chips. Your supplier is going to have new stuff coming in. Now, for a whole year, I couldn't even supply this. I couldn't even supply it. So with that one, I would definitely 100% be a little bit more mindful that if things are a little bit touch and go, then it will not be like that forever. It'll only be like that probably. At the moment, I'm selling it with confidence, but in the beginning, I was not supplying it with confidence. Therefore, I was not supplying it. But we are in a good place in the my world. Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're a diamond. I really appreciate your time, honestly. I'll email you now. Thank you. There's no rush. Yeah, there's no rush at all. And you have a lovely day, Kira. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hi, good morning, Becky. It's Charles from SOS. Did you did call, didn't you? Perfect. Of course you can. I will. Yeah, I won't make another call until you call back. Thank you, Becky. Speak to you in a minute. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hi, Becky. Not too bad. How are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's a replacement black, and then obviously do your printing as you would normally, and do any reports if you need to, but hopefully do your printing and I'm hoping that it'll be fine. But obviously that's in an ideal world. Yeah, and yeah, but you changed it last year. I have to be honest with you. I mean the drums. The Was it the fuser or the drum? I can't remember. No, no, yeah, but you changed the thing that was really expensive. Do you remember? It's like let me bring up the invoice. It was it was an original. Bear with me. Here we go. So you changed it on the ninth. Well, I ordered it on the 19th. And that was for the technician to come out. When was the trim? Oh, here we go. 17th. Oh, it just says services. Oh, damn it. On the invoice, I've got the waste toner on the 17th of September, but I've also got services. It didn't. It says services. Why would it not say? Did you change? Am I getting it wrong? Have you changed the drum or the fuser? Right. Bear with me. Hang on. Xerox C315. Let me just get the part code of the right. Let me bring up the part code. Let me check in my emails. Bear with me. Right. Damn it. It's not even on my emails. So that's the black drum. The problem is, if I'm being honest with you, the drums are original, but the cost of the drums, they're very clever with the costing. It gives the customer an option to the black drum is separate to the color drum. The color drum is three, cyan, yellow, magenta. They run for 125,000 pages, and they're roughly, well, they're beyond £200. And then the black drum is like 160, but they're very clever with their pricing because if you bought the color drums and the black drum together, it would cost about 360, which lo and behold is around the cost of a new printer. So it's very clever with how they do it. But bear with me, bear with me. You did buy, yeah, I've got it here. Bear with me. You did buy a color. Got it. Perfect. You did buy the color drum around the same time as the engineer call out. So I've got here an email to Paul, and I copied you in. My wholesalers billed £89 for the call out charge. Would this be okay to invoice to yourself separately? And then I've got, oh, okay, that I put it under spare parts. So I put it under services. I should have put it under spare parts. So you did receive a Xerox box with three drums in there, and the likelihood is the engineer may have installed it for you, possibly. But I don't know. Yeah, so I've got an email from Paul saying, "Hi Charles, okay, send me the drum and I agree to pay the fee." So after that, that's when the engineer would have come out. That's actually very interesting. So the color drum has been replaced, but the black drum hasn't. So that's interesting. So you've already, because with this printer, you're already committed in a way because you've replaced the color drum. So you haven't replaced the black drum, but the black is more stressed than the color because the black is used more than the color, if that makes sense. So the black should last 125,000 pages as well. So just bear with me 2 seconds. But you keep thinking that you haven't replaced. You are right in the sense of you haven't replaced the black drum. You've replaced the color. So bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to see if I can give you a price on the telephone, just so you know. I can obviously put this in officially into an email as well, but I just want to give you a right. Perfect. So the price that I charge is the same price as on uh, Xerox's website, which is 144.31. Um, I hate doing things in like that, so I'd probably do 145, for example. I like doing things in fives and zeros, if I'm being honest, if that's okay. So my price would be 145 and five delivery. I'm going to send you the link to the Brother website, to the Xerox website with the drum price. So then you've got it, and I'll confirm the cost again. But then that's something that you'll just have to make a decision about. It is interesting though because you have already invested in the color. So, but then I would still change the black and see if you can, um, get the printer back up and running with the because that drum isn't really going to go anywhere. It's in stock and everything. So I personally would be looking to change the black and then see if the print is good. Maybe if the print is good, do you want to? I can send you an email maybe in a week's time and ask the question if I don't hear off you this week. But you can always get back to me, obviously, at any time. Um, but I'm not in any. Yeah, go on. Yeah, but we went with the advice with the wholesaler, so they advised the color drum. But I think maybe the reason why, because if you put the color drum was 200, the black drum is 145. But call it 150. That's 350. The cost of a new printer, I think, is 450 plus VAT. So I think it might even be closer to 500. So I mean, you've already invested into the color drums. So I would maybe look at the black drum as a final investment, in a way. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping if you change over the toner, the print will go back fine. But then if we can maybe keep it going for maybe 3, 6 months, and then keep changing the toners, keep it going, and then maybe if the issue crops up again or what have you, maybe in 3, 6 months, maybe then we can look at the drum, or maybe obviously you can look at it now. But it's up to you. I'll send you this email now. Is that okay? And j- just take yeah, just take your time. At the moment, you owe for a magenta, but I'm not sending any invoices until you confirm that the print quality is fine. But but that invoice is just sitting there. It's not going anywhere. I'm not in a rush because the problem is if you pay that invoice and then the print quality is still not there, it's like you've paid for it, and it's if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll send you that email now, and then you let me know in the next few days. And if I don't hear off you, I'll give you a ring or I'll pop you an email, maybe next week or maybe even the end of next week. Um, yeah, or maybe I'll just catch up with you when you're back. What date are you back? Tw 29th. Perfect. 2 weeks today. Perfect. If I don't hear off you then, or if I don't hear off Lucy next week, I'll give you a bell in 2 weeks, or I'll pop you an email in 2 weeks, and I'll just say something like, by that point, I'll be like, "Hi Becky, how's your break? You deserve it." So I'll put something like that and let me know if the print quality is improved and you're happy, and then I'll put something like, "If so, can I send over the invoice, something like that. And then, but right now today, I'll send you an email about the drum, and then you and Paul can make that decision. The problem is, like, I can't make this decision for you, and I can't really even advise as much because you need to see if the print quality is there with the change of the toner first. Um, that's what I would be doing, you know. Uh, is that okay? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I will be honest with you. I know you guys obviously you like the printer and everything, but I've never really known of a printer to give as much, not as much hassle, because I do go through hassle with people with color printers using non-original. Don't get me wrong. You're not. This isn't the worst situation I've ever been in, but it does feel like the printer hasn't settled with the non-originals in it. Obviously, because you're having issues every now and again. But in terms of changing the color drum, in terms of changing the black drum, the printer obviously is a good printer, but just to put it out there for future reference, hopefully it'll be in years to come. But if ever you do change your printer, and hopefully I'm still on board, I would strongly recommend maybe looking at a different manufacturer. Um, Maybe one that I know better, like Brother, or maybe even HP. I'm not saying the Xerox isn't a good printer. It is a very good printer. It's right up there with all the others, but it's just how it's reacting to the non-original. Does that make sense? I'm trying not, I'm trying not to make excuses, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to sacrifice quality with non-original. But it just feels like this printer hasn't quite gelled with different brands of non-originals as well, because there has been different types of non-original going in, and I do have other customers, like I told you about that primary school. They've been with me for like 8 years, and they use the same printer as you, not one issue. And that's what's really frustrating, because they've not even come back to me with one issue. And it's like, really? Like, they're happy days, and you guys are struggling, and it's really, it affects. I've said this so many times. It affects me as much as it affects you. I have not sleepless nights over it, but I always think about it. I always think, if I don't hear off you, I'm thinking, is no news good news? And then you're like, oh, Charles has been a nightmare for 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh, God's sake. So no news is bad news. But I'll leave you to it. I'll send you that email, Becky, and then give us a shout. If I don't hear off you, give us a shout in 2 weeks, or just give us a shout as and when you need me. Okay. Speak to you soon. No worries. I hope you have a nice day. Speak to you in a bit. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Uh, so this is follow island follow spoken. Gotcha. Gotcha. EPs, County, Cook. I am Kira. CIA. That's true. I was going to do that. M4. Oh, work for a week. Yo, no, you okay? All right. So send that, but I was also going to send. Okay. So FU2, take off 4 minutes. So 11:38 to 12:38. GPs come in with 63. Actual fact, let's update it first. Okay, so where are we? Jala, 61. 61. Oh, 65. 66. 68. 70. Let's go. Also, see how long it takes to get to work. 12 minutes. It's gonna be so tight. Um, Hi, good morning. I I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. But I was I really feel like I want to say Miella, but is it Miella? Magella. I was going to go with J as well. Yeah, because hiya, Janet. Oh, brilliant. Very quickly, Janet, my name's Charles. I called about 6 months ago, and I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but two of my wholesalers based in Dublin, in Ireland, and Magella very kindly gave me permission to pop an email through to Silverdale REC at Black Rock Hall, and I've got two printers that she gave me the models of, but I don't call or email very often. So I haven't actually called since I said 6 months. I said that so quickly. I thought it was October. My apologies. It was the 13th of December. Now I feel like I'm hassling her. So yeah, it was about 4 months ago. 4 months ago. Would what I was hoping to do, if it would be okay, was to get permission to resend the quote so it would kind of be refreshed in the. Would that be okay, Janet? Perfect. Would that be okay? So if I send it and if I send it now, it'll have my name Charles and everything on it. And that'd be brilliant if that's okay with you. Perfect. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, and you have a nice day. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. This is a follow-up quote, not spoken. Island. GP's in Cook County. Cook. Ah, what? That's not too far off. I think 125 and 60. 160. Yeah. Um, 65, please. Fiona. Let's go. 42 minutes left. Let's try here. Hi, good afternoon. I was just looking for Fiona. Oh, hi Fiona. I'm not sure if you remember me. My name's Charles. I called you up quite some time ago now. Actually, it was over 6 months ago, and I run my own independent ink business called SOS in Cardiff. Um, there you go. I have the benefit of notes, by the way, so I just wanted to put that out there. So if you do remember me, that's good on you, but it's not good on me because I'm looking at my Excel spreadsheet that I created from scratch at the time. But I called you up at the end of August last year, and you very kindly gave me permission to pop you an email, Fiona.Reynolds email address, and you gave me an example printer to quote for, but I haven't called or emailed you since then. And I was hoping, with permission, if I could refresh your emails really with my contact details and my prices again. Would that be okay with yourself? Perfect. I've got everything I need to kind of rock and roll again. The only question I do have is, and I may have asked you this on the first call. Do, I know you said you have three of the same one, but do you have any other model of a printer, or is it just the one that you gave me? Does that make sense? Yeah, of course, of course. Thank you, Fiona. Listen, whenever I call, it's always the wrong time. Even if it's 8 months later. Can you believe it's actually been 8 months or 7 months? Can you believe it? 7 or 8 months. It's crazy. But whenever I call, it's always the wrong time. Yeah, always. Sorry. I'm in no rush, honestly. If you've got time, yeah. Just the last four numbers I need. Thanks, Fiona. Thank you. Go on. Yeah, yeah. So I've been just to let you know very quickly. I hate doing this, but I've been matching us, and I hate doing this, but I've been slightly bettering. But and the reason being, yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, 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 yeah. 3480. Yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, I know that one. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. HP. Yeah. So CE. Okay, is it for a HP or is it for a Canon? Perfect, because the 719 is the Canon equivalent. Anyway, I'll send you an email. The one thing I do want to ask before you go is I haven't called you for a long time, and emailed you for a long time, and I've called you randomly, especially when you're busy, which I'm very proud of. But I'm going to send this now randomly. But could I schedule, and I've been doing this a lot with some good effect, could I schedule a similar email closer to the time of when you next need something? So I know this is a long shot to ask, but do you know roughly when you next might be looking? So even if it's in 3 months, because an email popping up might be better than a phone call, if that makes sense. Perfect. Well, I was meant to call you in the last month, so that's my fault. I've been honestly, you've been on my call list for like a month. I've actually quoted over 750 surgeries in Ireland, halfway through. So I'm getting there, and I have got a few as customers, but I'm only in the first. I'm baby steps, you know, patience, 100%. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Fiona. Speak to you soon. You have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. So requote 150425. So what do I do here? So follow-up quote spoken. GPs. County. Dublin. Hi, Fiona. I mean, she's using the 3430s. I think I'll just end up confusing her if I put in the 05, the high capacity versions. Oh yeah, I was going to check when I pick it. So TN 3430. Let's go. Yeah, fine. DR 3400. Let's go. What? £80. That's a swing pack. The fuck? Oh, I guess I should go that way. Makes hmm. Do you know what? Leave it as it is for now. First delivery, second delivery, third delivery. So first delivery, second delivery, third delivery. Oh. So we were gonna. So scheduled. Schedule for. Okay. So red pen. How long have we got? 25 minutes. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Yes, your boy. 66, please. I've gone a mini. Okay.
Place that big box of cans because apparently I've had them all,
Right.
which I've had a lot, but I've had them.
Right.
So I have to replace it, but I'd have £2.
Right. But I haven't got any mini. I said I sent a long text in the family group, and I said that until I get this car sorted, every penny that I make, every money that I've got, is got to go ready for the car. The car is going to arrive in the UK in 3 weeks. Your mum has mini.
Yeah, but
I can't help you, mate. Genuinely, I put it. You know I would. I transferred the allowance. I started off the allowance. You guys have had a lot of money through that allowance. Like over the last few months, you guys have had literally hundreds of pounds. You had a fucking shit ton of money for your birthday. That was your birthday was like 5 weeks ago. You had £150 cash. Do you know what I mean?
it's not like outside. It's probably not income.
I would turn your room upside down and find it. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, but so it's like right now I'm not
Okay, but I can't help you, mate.
situation that big and replace it.
Yeah, but that's between you and your mum. I haven't asked you to replace anything. Sorry, like I said, once the money for the car's found, I would say I would transfer over, or I would top up your allowance. But I did send a text and I said the allowance is put on hold and everything goes through your mum. Because if I don't focus on this car is going to arrive, and they're going to want £7,019, and I'm going to be short whatever I've been given out. So I'll be short by £5. I'll be short by £50. I'll be short by £200. Whatever money that I'm giving out, I'm going to be short by. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Once the car's here and I have the money and I go and collect the car and I have the keys and I drive it outside, everything else will go back to normal. You'll have your allowance, we'll have money, we can then start doing things. We can start looking at going to boxing, we can start looking at going to swimming, we can start even looking at potentially finishing off your ice skating lessons. We can do a lot of things once this car's outside, but it has to be outside first. Do you know what I mean? All right. I would try and find your money, personally. Um, fucking hell. Go to 66, please. Trina. Option 1. Hi, good morning, Pauline. I was just looking for Trina. My name's Charles. I've spoken to her before, not for a while. I run my own independent ink business called SOS in Cardiff. I was just wondering if she's free. Oh, thank you. Oh, I wasn't asking. I, no, it's fine. I wasn't asking if you did though. I was going to ask for permission to refresh the email address that she gave me, with my contact details and prices, but I wasn't going to ask, if you need anything. But that was my question. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Okay, thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. People keep putting words in my mouth. I'm gonna fucking tell them straight. 68. Soraya. Soraya. Hi, good afternoon. I was just looking for Soraya. Soraya. Oh, did I pronounce it? Ah, I didn't know. Do you know what? I was on hold and I was thinking, right, Charles, Soraya or Soraya? Right, Soraya. And then you answered so quickly, and it's your fault. It's your fault. I've had a few more seconds. No, it's fine. We'll start again. I was looking for Soraya. Oh, wow, I pronounced your name right the first time. I did. Of course I did. I got a lot of confidence with pronouncing names. you might not remember me, Soraya, but my name's Charles. I called you up a long time ago. It was, well, I say a long time ago. It was actually probably like 6 months ago, and you very kindly gave me permission to pop you an email. I run my own independent ink business called SOS in Cardiff, and I called up in October. It's my fault. It's not yours. It's mine. Do you know why it's mine? Because two things. One, I don't like hassling people, so I very rarely call back. I call back every 6 months, every 12 months. And the second reason why it's my fault is because I've been starting to call people back, and you were supposed to be called back weeks ago, and it was on me that I did. I genuinely, I probably would have called you before your order, and you would have been like, "Oh my God, Charles, amazing timing," and I would have gone, "Yeah, I know, I'm amazing. I'm an amazing guy." You know. But this time around, you're like, "Oh my God, Charles, bad timing." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm still amazing, but like, you know, it's only one me, you know. It's a nightmare." No, I've got better. I've got a better option. You ready for this? So this is working really well. So I was hoping to do two things with you, if it's okay. I was hoping to resend the quote. I know obviously it's not going to be of interest right now, but just to resend it, just to refresh your inbox and to put my details on it. But the second thing I was going to do and ask for, could I schedule? And this could work really well. Could I schedule a similar email? So the quote, could I schedule it just before? You start looking again. Because if I did that in October and you said, "Oh, email it," well, 6 months time, that would have popped up. So do you know roughly, just roughly, do you know when you next might be looking, even if it's in 12 weeks, in 60, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months? Okay, perfect. Well, let's go with four because I've missed you out this time. I don't want to go with 6 months. You're like, "Oh, Charles, you should have gone with four." But I'll do 4 months. And the only other thing is the printer. So you gave me the model of a printer, but I was going to ask, did you have any others, or shall I stick just to the one that I have, if that makes sense? Okay, perfect. Okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Perfect, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll send it over. I apologize for missing you out, but you have to take some blame as well because yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah, but it's my fault as well. I'm the supplier, so the customer's always right. So you can't take too much blame, otherwise you'll say Charles can't order off you because you blamed me for for forgetting about you. But I have the benefit of notes as well. So it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm just looking at my Excel spreadsheet. So I put in my notes. So and to be honest with you, because of the way you spell your name, Soraya, it's like if a person's name was Maya, Maya, it would be Maya. So I've got to remember Soraya. Is that right? Did I say it right? Soraya. Soraya. Oh, for crying out loud! I'm still not doing it right. Right. I've got 4 months to sort this out. Okay. Hang on. Right. So if I was to put it in how you pronounce it, I put it in brackets with people's names. So you're saying Soray, Soray. No, sorry. This is what I'm going to do. I got it. I got it. This is what I'm going to do. So in brackets after your name, I've put Soray in capitals A. So when I come to you again, I'm going to say, I was just looking for Soraya. And you're going to go, Charles, you got it. I'll be like, I've always had it. I'm gonna send you this email over. You know that Samsung? I can guarantee you in 2 years' time, you're gonna go, "Oh, Charles, you've missed out on my order. Every 2 years I order for it." And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, because you didn't let me put it on the quote 2 years ago." So remember, if you need anything for the Samsung, let me know. Okay? But I'll send the email now, and I'll send it in 16 weeks, 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks time, and I bet you will fly by. And fingers crossed we can meet in the middle. Does this Xerox, does it take a drum as well, by the way, or is it just the standard capacity toner and the high capacity toner, or does that ring a bell with you, a drum? Okay, I'm gonna Yeah, it's just the cartridge. Okay. I'll leave you to it. Thanks for taking my call again. I hope you have a lovely afternoon. Soraya. 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 I'm not going to get anything. Whenever I've been having. No, but that's the thing. That's the thing with me. So sometimes I have amazing days, and then the next day is normally no sales, and the next sale is normally amazing day. So it's like I calm myself down. Yeah, 100%. But I'll be honest with you. I'm very upfront. Since I've been doing business in Ireland since the summer, um, my quarter one of this year has been the best quarter I've ever had in 8 years of business, but I've still had days of no sales. So it always depends on when you ask me. So if you ask me after a big sale or a big day, and you say, "Oh, Charles, how's business?" Yeah, I had a really good day today. Or you might say, "Oh, Charles, how's business?" "Oh, I've had no sales." And you'd be like, "Oh, it's been quiet," but it's an average. So that's where I got to calm myself down. It's an average. And to be honest with you, it's very difficult to get my foot in the door with people, but once I'm there, I take a step back and then we just work as a team, if that makes sense anyway. You know, because it's on you as well. I'll go as slowly or as fast as you want. If you want to tone it tomorrow, boom, it'll be there. But if you want to get in touch when you're ready, and I just want people to know that I'll never ever hassle people. And I just spoke to somebody then. The person wasn't. It was in the background, and the woman come back on the phone. She said, "Oh, her name was Cara, I think," and she said, "Oh, Cara said we don't need anything." And I responded with, "I didn't ask if she did, because I didn't ask if she did." And she was like, "Oh no, well we don't need anything." I was like, "Okay, but like I'm not. That's not the question." She said, "Well, what's the question?" I said, "Well, I was just looking to pop an email with pricing. I wasn't going to ask because at the end of the day, if you're happy to order from me, the onus is on you to say to me to order. I'm not going to say, oh, hiya, how's your weekend? Do you need anything? Because I've seen it happen in companies and I've seen other people do it, and it does work, but it's just not me. And I have to stay true to myself. Even if I miss out on sales, I have to be me. If that you're buying off me. And if you don't know what I'm about, then you'll probably never do business with me, or even if you do, you probably won't stick around. I'm a bit of a strange one. I know a lot about printers, and that's what I do for the rest of my life now. This is it. This is me. So fingers crossed, we'll meet. We'll bang heads at a better time in 16 weeks, or maybe a bit longer. But thank you very, very much. Yeah, yeah. But honestly, well, if it's meant to be, if it's it sounds silly, if it's meant to be, it'll be. It'll be. But that's the thing. I'll speak to somebody this afternoon, and I can guarantee you, they'll say, "Oh my God, Charles, amazing timing." And it'll be if I make enough calls, genuinely, people will still be like, "You've called it a good time," but by and large, I call it the wrong time. No, more often than not, when you hear my voice, it's always you're busy or you're hectic or you don't have time for it or you've just ordered. It's normally that. And that's the reason why these scheduled emails, I've just recently started doing them in the last 6 months or so. And Ireland has really taught me that, I need to kind of, let the email do the work a little bit. I don't particularly like automation as much, but I like the thought of it just popping up and saying, "Good morning. We spoke in April and this was supposed to arrive. I've already worded it, this is supposed to arrive before your next order. Let me know." Now, the amount of people that get back to me is still quite small, but then I've had people email me back from that email 2 months later saying, "I'm about ready to order," which would be someone like yourself. You might read it in 4 months and say, "It's still too early." But then it's on you then to come back to me 2 months later because I can't keep scheduling it because then I'll seem like I'm hassling again, and I don't want to do that. It's a fine balance. It's a tough job I've got. But heavy is the head that wears the crown. Soraya. Soraya. Yeah, yeah. I've been looking at your name for the last few weeks, genuinely, and I haven't been able to get to your name because actually quoted over 750 GP surgeries in Ireland. And honestly, I've been looking at your name for a while. And I actually do like your name, genuinely. I thought, pronunciation-wise, I thought I'm going to probably mess it up, but you're the only person with your name in my spreadsheet. Isn't that strange? Are you really? Is it an Irish name? That's what you got to start questioning. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not. Is it, what? How do they pronounce it? They probably pronounce it how I pronounce it. I reckon. Yeah. Disagree with me. If you're like, yeah, no, neither do I. No, neither do I. Your way. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, 100%. And I agree with that. And I despise anybody who doesn't agree with you. You know, we're on the same page. Me too. I'm good. I missed out now a couple of weeks ago. Could have had this chat a few weeks ago, and you'd be like, Charles, you're amazing. But I'll leave you to it, and fingers crossed we'll meet again in the middle. And you have a lovely day. Thank you for taking my call. Thank you. Speak to you in a bit. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Please some people some of the time, but you can't please all people all of the time. Schedule quote, please. Schedule follow-up quote. Yeah. Schedule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go. Uh, okay. Who is 70? Sharon. Let's go. Oh, come on, bro. Hi guys, I was just trying to leave a message for Sharon. My name is Charles. We've spoken before, not for a while, or for a long time, but the company, I run my own independent ink business. The company's called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. Two of my wholesalers based in Dublin, in Ireland, and I was just hoping you could give me a quick call back on a Dublin number, 01443 3540. Thank you. Bye bye. LVM. No, I think I'm good with that actually. 2 minute countdown because I want to go now. That's really good. So I'll see you guys. Oh, so many quotes I got. 1, 2, 3. 3 there. Only 1 there. Okay, so 4 hours done. Boom, so far. Let's go to the office and try and do some more.